Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back. I am Van, and we are the LFR family. And if you're not already with the LFR family, I'm going to need for you to hit that subscribe button right now. For today's reaction, we are going to do Lord Jamar. He's on the Vlad couch again, because that's how he make his coins nowadays, on Vlad's couch, talking about Eminem. All right? Which is cool. If that's how he get his bread, that's how he get his bread. But apparently this one right here is him doing his, his celebration tour. You know what I mean? Saying, yes, I know it. Eminem finally admitted into being a guest in hip hop. So apparently that's what he's doing. So we're going to talk about that. Y'all comment below on what y'all think about it. Hold up, whoa. Before I go forward, I just want to say, shout out to Mr. Video. Apparently there's a reactor out here named Mr. Video who came up with this way of doing reactions in front of the television. And I've gotten, my wrist, my palm spanked by some of his guys, some of his subscribers or some of his supporters. Guys, I meant no disrespect by doing the videos in front of the TV. I just look at it as a nice way of doing them. You know what I mean? That's it. And that's all. I'm not trying to steal his style. He's an original. I'm an original. All right? Cool? We good? We straight? Y'all good? All right, cool. Let's move forward. All right, let's go. Let's see what my man LJ talking about today, other than M. All right? Let's go.
All right, here we go. Lord Jamar, welcome back. V-Lad, what's good?
V-Lad, what's good? Hey, did y'all notice that he got some gold teeth in his mouth and everything for this video right here? He got the fresh fedora looking like Joe Budden. He got the golds in his mouth. And V-Lad, who calls him V-Lad? His name is Vlad. Vlad. DJ Vlad, who makes the majority of his coin talking about M and how much he don't fool with him. But let's see what let's see what happens with this right here.
A lot of things are good.
Yeah.
A whole lot of things are good in the world right now.
Okay.
And we have a lot of topics to cover, but we have to talk about the elephant in the room first.
Oh. Now. God damn it. Let the record reflect. Whatever we're about to talk about, you're bringing this up.
Bullshit. Now. Let the record reflect. You're bringing this up. Not me. You are. Now, we didn't talk about this before I came up in here. Trust me, I already knew. When I came here to the Vlad couch, I had no inkling that I was about to have to talk about the elephant in the room. Vlad didn't even tell him what the elephant was. So how in the world he automatically assumed that it's Eminem? I tell you goddamn why. It's because when they came there and they stopped, what's going on, Vlad? How you doing, baby? Yeah, you already know, man. I heard it too. Yeah, he was sitting down with crooked eye and he's saying exactly what I said. Tell me I'm that nigga. I'm that nigga. I'm that nigga. I'm the man. I'm the man, ain't I? Come on, bro. He knew exactly what they was about to start talking about. V-Lad. Oh, so let the record reflect. You the one that brought this up, not me. You brought up the elephant named Marshall. I didn't bring up the elephant named Marshall. You did, V-Lad. You.
Now, God damn it. Let the record reflect. Whatever we're about to talk about, you're bringing this up. Not me.
My idea. This is all me. Blame the media guy. I'm good with that.
Right.
Okay. So to just kind of give the overall story. Back in 2013, you and I started a conversation about white rappers in general being guests in the House of Hip Hop.
Okay. Yes, we did.
Over time,
thought was a harmless. I thought it was a harmless conversation, but go ahead.
Hold on. In his other video, when he was talking about he was talking to Vlad when he said, you know, people were saying that he's a guest in hip hop. A lot of people have been saying. Remember he said that? A lot of people have been saying. But now Vlad is saying, remember when we was talking and you and I were having the conversation and we came up with the idea that he's a guest of hip hop. So this whole thing was created by LJ and Vlad. LJ and DJV. Vlad. All right, let's move forward. I ain't gonna go into it for it. This ain't gonna be no long video.
Yes, we did.
Over time,
I thought was a harmless. I thought was a harmless conversation, but go ahead.
And before we even started doing interviews, I had an interview from before saying I felt like a guest in the House of Hip Hop, and I'm
Which
very
I had
happy
no
to be
idea
a guest.
about, never heard of, found out after the fact. But anyway, go ahead.
Right. So once you started that narrative, I agreed with it. Over time, Eminem became part of that conversation as a guest in the House of Hip Hop.
Well, no, how he became a part of the conversation is you said Eminem too? And I'm like, yeah, Eminem too. Like all of them. Eminem, Beastie Boys, Rick Rubin, all of them.
All of them. All of them. And over time, many rappers have come.
So basically, he's saying Beastie Boys, Rick Rubin, and everybody else who are not African American are guests in hip hop because African Americans created hip hop. So since we created it, you're a goddamn guest. Regardless of what these people have done for the culture, you are still a guest. Okay, just making sure I'm following what he's talking about. All right. Rick Rubin though? Okay.
Yeah, Eminem too. Like all of them. Eminem, Beastie Boys, Rick Rubin, all of them.
All of them. All of them. And over time, many rappers have kind of chimed in on this topic, like Schoolboy Q, Pharoah Monch from Organized Confusion, Royce the 5'9", lots of different people. Yellow Wolf, the list goes on, because a lot of times in my interviews I would incorporate this question and get an interesting answer. So this kind of kept going.
You was incorporating it a little too much, but whatever, go ahead.
Whatever. So then, to just kind of speed along this part, Eminem dropped Kamikaze, and he responded to you about being a guest in the House of Hip Hop and saying, I belong here, a clown, and, you know, start naming all the people that he brought in, like 50 Cent and so forth. And then in his new album, he responded to you again, and he said that if hip hop was a house, then really G-Rap and Rakim would have you mopping floors and so forth. Mm-hmm. And everyone pretty much thought that was the end of that.
Well, then he also went over to Abu Dhabi and got on the mic and said some shit about me in between those two things.
In between, exactly. Although he didn't really address the House of Hip Hop in that particular.
No, but he just addressed his disdain for Lord Jamar.
Disdain for Lord Jamar. Uh-huh. So, just recently, a friend of mine, Crooked Eye, who's collaborated with Eminem a lot in Slaughterhouse as well as on Eminem's solo projects, did an interview with Eminem. And in the interview, he asked how Eminem feels about white rappers being a guest in the House of Hip Hop. So Eminem responded. He said, with the whole beef of a certain person, meaning
you were quick to say my name on a diss track, but now when you admit this shit, you don't want to say my name. But go ahead.
Okay, he's not saying Lord Jamar's name because he's afraid of the repercussions. He's not concerned about that at all. The thing is, Eminem plays chess. LJ plays checkers. Vlad plays checkers. Vlad played Connect 4. Whatever's out there to be playing, that's what he play. Whoever sit on my couch and talk about whatever, he'll have people on his couch and will ask them questions about the crimes that they're out there committing, trying to get them to implicate themselves. We're not going to talk about that though. See, if you want to, for my man LJ, Lord Jamar, to be so, black people first, hip hop first, I think his biggest beef should be with DJ Vlad, who put people on their couch and make them implicate themselves just so he can have a damn story to tell. If DJ Vlad, if Lord Jamar actually gave a crap about these young rappers and about hip hop culture, his beef would be with DJ Vlad, not with M. Now, when M got asked that question by Crooked Eye, and he said the thing he said, this was him just playing chess. Matter of fact, he probably even feels like he's a guest of hip hop. Eminem probably, like, after all these years, having all these accomplishments, and still having people say little slick sugar honey iced tea like Lord Jamar is saying, and him having to fight against that, he probably feel like, you know what, forget it, man. You can have the little title of being a guest or being family or just being hip hop, period. M knows who he is. Okay, let's move forward. This ain't gonna be no long video, I promise.
With the whole beef of a certain person,
right?
Meaning
you were quick to say my name on a diss track, but now when you admit this shit, you don't want to say my name. But go ahead.
He said, I never said I wasn't a guest. I'm absolutely a guest.
Right.
And there you have it, 7 years later.
Right. So why were we going through this in the first place? You never said you weren't, but you never said you were until now. Like, this could have been ended a long time ago. Like, not that it's even anything like, I don't even feel like, like he even used the word beef in there. Like, this was no beef. Like, this was just me stating my fucking opinion and a bunch of fucking stands having a problem with it. And then them, amplifying some shit so much back to him that he had to respond. Like really the stands, I feel, are responsible for a lot of this fucking...
Okay, yeah. You hear that? You all are responsible for this. Not Lord Jamar, not DJ Vlad, not Eminem. The stands are responsible for this back and forth of who is a guest of hip hop and who isn't. Okay, first of all, your Lord Jamar's belaboring of the point is what caused Eminem to say anything, because M keeps his ear to the streets. And clearly I'm listening to Lord Jamar speak right now. And I don't usually judge people based off of how they speak and the words they choose to use when communicating. But dude, you are on an interview. If you can possibly, at all, if you can dig deep into your bag and pull out something other than your third and fourth grade words and vocabulary to communicate, then you won't have to be remiss and have to use certain words in order to get your point across. Whereas you have somebody else who's an actual MC and use every single word in the dictionary to add to the culture which you love and have grown up in. And the only reason why we know your name right now from Brand Nubian, you want to down him. You want to always kick at him and then say, this could have been deaded a long time ago had you just admitted it. What the hell does he have to admit? Okay, here's my thing. Hold on, I'm gonna get to my point in a minute. I'm almost done. This ain't gonna be no long video, I promise.
Them, amplifying some shit so much back to him that he had to respond. Like really the stands, I feel, are responsible for a lot of this fucking...
You all.
Back and forth shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I hear the shit that they say to me. He hears the shit that they say to him. And it just fucking conflates the whole fucking shit. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, this was no real beef or whatever. And all my points were proven. You know what I mean? I don't take this as any personal victory or anything like this. This is actually, I said this on my show. This just speaks to the power of the soil, okay? I represent the voice of the soil of hip-hop, meaning You know, you can plant many seeds in the soil, but the soil decides what grows.
Okay. He represents the soil. I'm not playing no more of that. He represents the soil. Who the hell is in the soil? Tell me the committee that's in the soil. Okay, first of all, we have Lord Jamar. Who else is in the soil? Could a part of the soil committee be anybody's top 10? Because if the people that aren't in the soil that he claims to represent and he claims to be the leader of is not in anyone's top 10, then the soil can kiss my ass. The soil can kiss M's ass. The soil can kiss the Stan's ass. Dude, don't nobody give a damn about the soil if the soil is against one of the people who are so much of a representative of the hip-hop culture that you just feel like in order for me to make my bread and butter, I have to attack that person. Bruh, get off of it, man. He said, I'm not supposed to be excited about this because like I said on my show, yeah, you want to plug your stuff. I'm about to go and check out his show and see how his show doing because I want all of our people to do well. I mean, be honest with you, Lord Jamar, he has aged very well. I mean, when you look at his face, he's aged very well. I feel good that somebody from Brand Nubian is still out there and able to have a voice, be honest with you. What upsets me, not necessarily upsets me, but what gives me pause is the negativity that comes from the voice of Lord Jamar. Because, dude, if you use Eminem's power the correct way in the hip-hop culture, you will be better off rather than going up against him and trying to, everything you have to say is totally against him. I'm just saying. So basically the soil in which you speak, if you can tell me who's in the top 10 of that soil that represents all of hip-hop, I would love to hear it. Until then, like LeBron James so eloquently said, kiss my ass with a smile on your face. Because don't nobody want to hear it, bro. It was pointless. Only reason why I'm doing this shit right here is because one of my subscribers told me to make sure I check this out. And I've checked it out. I'm not impressed. There's still another 3 minutes to go. What's the point, man? What's the point, bro? Like, seriously. And I'm not going over 20 minutes for Lord Jamar. So that's what I got out of it. I'll check y'all out next time. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already on your way out the door. And again, Lord Jamar, if you happen to see this, bruh, who's in the soil? Who's on the soil committee? I just want to, just a list of them. You, who else? Who else? Grand Poobah? What? Sadat X? That's just the 3 guys from Brand Nubian, but who else? Anybody. Help me out, brother. Help me out, please. I'm your boy Van. We are the LFR family. I'll check y'all on the next one. And shout out to Mr. Video.